Good morning, YouTube. It is 5:15 in the afternoon. Not really good morning, but I do have second coffee of the day with the fantastic mug from none other than Universal Studios. So today started slow, but I got a workout in. I went for a walk, got some sunlight, as you can obviously see. And despite a slow day, I think that's the cure. Coffee, sunlight, and a workout. It don't matter exactly how you wake up or how your morning is going, what you have going on, that will turn your day around. So keep that in mind next time you're not really feeling it. You don't have the motion in the morning. Get up, get that stuff done, and I promise you, all of a sudden you got motion. It's actually fantastic. This coffee we're sipping on today is the most disgusting thing ever, but I'll tell you what, I love it. I love it. It's Irish mocha from McCafe, McDonald's, and it tastes exactly like it sounds. It's like got a Irish St. Patrick's Lucky Charm feel to it. If you guys know what I'm talking about, it's the nastiest thing ever. But I got a pack of them, and I'm not going to go out and buy a coffee. You know, I'm going to make this one, and it tastes so good because it's like 20 cents. I don't even know if it's that expensive. So actually, that's kind of the topic of today's video, is how consumerism is keeping you in chains and keeping you poor, because you're feeding into these ideas that you need to have the latest and best things. Like, I have a iPhone 12 and I'm filming my videos on it. And before I started YouTube, and I've had cameras in the past, and then I sell them, and then I buy more, and then I sell them. Right now I don't have any cameras. And before I started YouTube, I was like, well, maybe I should upgrade my iPhone, get better quality, or maybe I should get a camera because I'm going to be filming. And it's like, just use the iPhone. The iPhone is the camera. I'm not a camera channel. I'm just some dude. I got an iPhone 12. This is actually my lady's phone because mine's running out of storage. And I'm thinking, oh, I should upgrade. I'll use her phone. And then time comes, you know, when I actually need a new phone, I'll get a new phone. But right now, it's the same exact thing. I'm not going to get a new iPhone because the new one's out. It does the exact same thing. And in my worldview, at least, damn near everything's the same. Clothes, designer clothes, shoes, cars. Now, I'm not driving like a 1990, 2000 car. This is a 2022 Dodge Charger. I plan on driving it for the next 20 years, literally until the wheels fall off. I had a 2006 Jeep Grand Cherokee, and it was pretty good. It did the job until I started, you know, getting some more money, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to upgrade. I did it in a 401k loan, so I paid nearly 100% cash for it, and now I'm paying that back. I do that on top of my contribution, so it's all going back into my 401k. You could consider that debt. I don't know. I did want to do a video breaking down my net worth and how I'm planning to cross 6 figures this year. That is my goal. That's what I'm working towards. But today we're going to talk about consumerism and how it's just these invisible chains, and it's so unnecessary, guys, because you're doing it to impress these people that like don't care. Like, if you think about the people that really care about you in life, they don't care what car you got, if you got, you know, these certain shoes, if you got these certain clothes. It's all, maybe you're one of those people that you actually like that stuff, but I highly doubt it. I mean, especially if you're watching like financial literacy sort of YouTube, it's just such a waste when you think about compounding and how that money can grow for you. And then when you can really afford it, let's say you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and you've let the money do the heavy lifting, you can really buy whatever you want. You don't have to look anymore. And so I don't buy any of that stuff. I don't ever buy clothes. The only clothes I get are gifts like Christmas time, my mom gets me a couple shirts. I get a couple shirts from, my mom's friend, whatever. I wear those for the year. Like, why would I go out and buy more clothes? This is just a plain gray Hanes t-shirt, and I wear it. I got 3 of them, and I wear them all the time. You'll probably see me in these videos wearing a lot. Same thing with the coffee, man. Just don't be doing it. Do not get in that habit of just, there's so many people out there, and I was that guy. This is just from personal experience where you're just like, dude, where did my money go? Like, I had it. I haven't bought anything. It just like evaporates. And that's because you're buying all these $15, $25 purchases. I'll tell you what, I know it's hard to go throughout the week and not spend like anything, but there is something really satisfying when you just see a couple charges throughout the week on your credit card. And I use the Gemini credit card, so I get a little bit of Bitcoin back. So it helps me rationalize if if you're in a relationship or you got kids, obviously you want everybody to be on the same page. And for the most part they are, but you can't be as hard on them as you can on yourself. What do I mean by that? I mean, if your kids need diapers, you can't just be like, you're good, bro. Don't worry about it. You're fine. They kind of need it. And I think it's the same with women to some extent. I mean, they're a little bit more, 80% of consumer debt is women. So they like to shop. It's kind of like, I don't know if that's something that's hardwired in them, but, it is what it is. You get your lady something nice, and that's part of trying to become financially sound, is so you can provide those things for people that you care about. So I'm not saying don't get her anything. Like, you don't need anything. If you're a full-grown man, you don't need any of that crap. You don't need to buy consumer things. Save the consumer stuff for the people that you care about and that you can provide for, because spending less on you means that you can basically trade it off for them, and then you're unaffected by it. The same amount of funds went out, versus if you're buying stuff for yourself and then you buy it for them, then double the amount of funds went out. So that's all I'm saying, is if you are a full-grown man, you don't need any of that stuff. Leave your underwear with the holes in it. Let them hang. Let them wobble out there, okay? The same with the socks. My brother has this. He says, if the toes are covered, they're good. What do I need new socks for? If the heel's open, fine. If the bottom of your foot's open, fine. As long as the dogs aren't sticking out, because then, like, it starts to get a little tricky. You have one sticking out, that's the point where you actually need new socks. But other than that, who gives a shit? Like, why would you go out and buy this stuff? I don't get it. I mean, maybe there's people out there too. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So anyways, maybe you guys can hear in the background, we got some of the neighbors. I think they're like playing bongos or the drums or something. So got some good background noise, some good music. And that's it, man. Don't fall into getting into these chains, especially with big things. Now, with my car, I'll talk about that, for example, right? Some people would say, I bought this to impress people. I bought this to show off. And for me, I'm not saying completely don't buy this stuff. I'm motivated like that. I like the material stuff, right? I like all that nonsense. But I'm trying to practice delayed gratification. And with this car, I'm not like a big car guy. I don't need the $50,000 car. This car was $25,000. And my only criteria was that it's blue and it's a sports car. And I feel like I did pretty good. I got used a couple years back, had 50,000 miles on it, and I can drive this car for the next 20 years. I love it so much. I don't regret it at all. It's a bit longer of a sedan, so it holds all my pool equipment, and I don't need like a truck or anything like that. I love this thing, and I'm planning on driving it for as long as I can. So that's my advice, is don't go broke trying to impress people that don't care what you drive or what you wear. If you want it, that's one thing. You can buy it. Obviously, trying to do it the smartest way that you can. So It's just not worth it, guys. It's just not worth it. You know, I know a lot of people that work like 2 days a week. You know, at my job, you can get full time and there's part time. And I'm so grateful. Thank God I got full time, because the week after I got full time, there was essentially no more part timers that could even qualify for full time. The way that they do it, you have to meet a certain amount of hours. And now it's just not possible because you get scheduled 2 days a week. You used to get scheduled 4 days a week. Well, 3 or 4, you could pick up the fourth. And then if you hit that 30-hour, averaging it for the year, they had to give you full time legally. I barely got it. And the week after, they cut all the potential. So I was one of the last people to get it. And I'm telling you, if I was part time at my job now, I'd have to get a third job. And I wouldn't have the freedom to have this pool business and have the time to be able to do it and, you know, build it, right? Because the $600 a month I'm making now goes far, but it took time to even get to that, and it's going to take time to get further, but I'm okay with that because I have a steady 9 to 5. So, you know, it's just like, don't be, like I've been saying, don't chase the golden goose. I left my 9 to 5 for a bit, the same 9 to 5 I'm at, and I had to walk back in the doors after I thought I was going to go and make it so big that I would never even have to think about that. And I'm just really grateful to even be where I'm at, despite all the mistakes, guys. Consumerism is one of those mistakes I never got too fully into, but I've seen interviews of people now that I've been watching more financial YouTube, not like financial guru, like, you know, buying this and buying that, but like people that just talk about finances. There's a video on there where this dude is going up to people at Disneyland. He's asking them, how much debt are you in? And I don't know how I would sleep at night knowing I'm 6 figures in debt. That's just unreal to me. And it's so common that that's pushed. Thankfully, I got a good 9 to 5 and I didn't have to go to college and do all that. And I was able to try stuff and learn and then build on it. And that's kind of where we're at now. But man, you got to be careful. You got to be disciplined and don't fall into the trap, because that's why this stuff is pushed so heavy. And that's why it's so flashy. You know, they're trying to keep you in these chains. And it's like, imagine if you weren't constrained to these things and to trying to impress people, it's almost like you'd ascend. And I'm not saying ascend like you're better than other people, but like just with what you care about and what is important, you care about stuff that like really, really matters. Because at the end of the day, a $300 t-shirt and this shirt are still shirts, right? You get to put more time into, you know, giving a gift to somebody that means something, or an experience with you, your friends, your family. So when you have that trade-off, or cool clothes, to me, it's a no-brainer. So that's all I'm saying, guys, is just be intentional and don't fall into this consumer stuff. You know, like now, even if you were to see people with these designer items, you don't know if they're real, and you shouldn't care if they're real or not. If people want to wear them, cool. But like, there's so much nonsense out there, and don't even play into that game. It's totally not worth it, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's all I'm trying to say. It's just stuff. Don't buy stuff that just sits there and then you might use it once every now and then. You know, you got your suit, you got a couple polos, you got shirts, can have some graphics on there. Just don't be buying the designer crap, because that stuff adds up, man. That stuff adds up. You know, I plan on doing some spreadsheets and stuff like that just to show you guys what everything can do. I was watching a guy yesterday, and like, I guess a little seasoned to this Bitcoin stuff now that like I'm not emotional and in and out about it. And, you know, I don't care what the price does in the short term because I know long term where it's going to go. But a guy was breaking it down how $100 today in Bitcoin will grow to $40,000 at a 35% compound annual growth rate in 20 years. 20 years. So if you're like me and you're in your young 20s, I'm not even saying specifically about Bitcoin, but just start investing. You know, I do this every now and then because I don't sports bet anymore. And I did sports bet for a little bit. It was a consistent habit. But I'm telling you, next time you think about launching a parlay, if that's your thing, or next time you think about buying some bogus and the thing costs $60, obviously you got the money. Otherwise, I would hope you're not buying it. Put that $60 into investment. You get the same hit. You get the same exact hit is what I'm saying. Or if you have a tough day at work, you're just like, dude, like, damn, today was tough. It's not easy. Some days are harder than others. If you have that tough day at work, put something into investment. Put $50 in, and then you know, like, okay, you know what? Despite today being tough, I invested $50, and like I know that effort, that time and energy, the money is going to grow and compound, and it's going to make everything worth it one day. It's going to make everything worth it. I don't care if it's stocks, Bitcoin, whatever, but putting that money away, you get the exact same hit as if you bought that item. You just feel like spending. You're just like, you know what? Like I need a little bit of release. I need to get a little bit of a hit, a little dopamine hit. If you're consistent with your investments, once you see the balance starting to grow, you will get that exact same hit. I promise you. Don't feed into the consumerism. Feed into your investments, guys. That's all I got for you today. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.